This is the last time I think that we're going to talk about Pascha, because Easter is late. We have to have time to talk about Pentecost and the other feasts that follow. So I want for all of you kids to remember something. Who came to the Forgiveness Vespers at the very beginning? Okay. And do you remember what the theme of the Vespers was? If not, that's okay. On the icon on the front of the booklet, it shows the theme. The theme is Adam and Eve being kicked out of paradise because they disobeyed God, because they sinned. You understand what it is to do something wrong and get punished, right? You've never been punished before? Kala, we get it. We get in trouble and we get punished. And sometimes we think to ourselves, well, God's really mean because they just ate an apple and He kicks them out of the garden and they die and they go to hell. That's a horrible punishment. And where's the end of it? Is you punished for good? No, because you're here. They let you out. So this is a problem for us. The way that we think of the story, the way that it starts, God punishes us when we mess up, and that's it. He says, don't do the bad thing, and we do the bad thing, and He says, uh-oh, you're in trouble. Right? This is what we think sometimes. But that's because we're forgetting about the end of the story. The end of the story is here in the church on the walls. Who can point it out for me? Where is it? Right there. Because what's Christ doing? Go ahead and say it. He's lifting Adam and Eve out of the grave. He punished them, and then He goes and He gets them. This is not to minimize the significance of the story. This is not to make a small thing of the fact that the Lord descends into Hades and conquers death. It's just to put it in context. God is our Father. He loves us. When we mess up, He punishes us so that we don't hurt ourselves. But at the end of it all, He doesn't leave us in the punishment. He comes and He gets us. And if even Adam and Eve, who were the first people to disobey ever, He didn't forget about them. So we are to remember that He doesn't forget about us either. Is that good news or bad news? What do you think, Suli? Is it good news or bad news? It's good news. We come to the church to hear good news. Bravo, Suli. Well done. The good news is the story starts on the Sunday of forgiveness with our expulsion from paradise and our entrance into the labor and the repentant period of Lent. But the story ends with the Lord coming and taking us out of sorrow and bringing us into joy, taking us out of death and bringing us into life, taking us out of brokenness and healing all our wounds and making us whole. This is what we're doing. And if anybody ever asks, what is Lent about? Then the best answer is not, oh, we don't eat meat for 47 days. Although that's true, actually 54 days. Ooh, that's a lot of not meat. And the answer isn't, oh, we go to church a whole lot. Although that's true. The answer of what is Lent about? Lent is about how we ran away from God and He led us, and then He came and found us and brought us back. That's the story. And everything that happens, we can't understand it if we forget that story. We disobey God, we fall into brokenness, and He comes and gets us. Okay? So I was supposed to be preaching about this for the last 3 Sundays, and I forgot. So if you remember nothing, accept this. That's what Lent is about. We run away from God. He comes and gets us because He loves us. With that in mind, please stand and come for communion, but not all at once. First the side pews, then the center pews. Please wait for the parish council to come and get you.